If you're confused by how the Sorare scoring system works, don't worry. In the next few minutes, I'll break it down simply so that you can start winning more rewards. Every player scores between 0 and 100 points depending on how they perform in real life. If a player scores between 50 to 80 points, that's a very solid score. If a player scores 90 plus, then obviously those are the kind of players that we want in our team. And if, like my goalkeepers this particular week in the MLS, they can't keep the ball out of the goal, we are going to be at the very low end of the scoring system. Okay, so let's break the scores down a little bit further now then. So first of all, we're going to talk about decisive actions, and these are major in-game contributions. A couple of examples of positive decisive actions are things like a goal, an assist, or a clean sheet for the goalkeepers, and examples of negative decisive actions are things like red cards, penalty conceded, or if your player makes a mistake that leads to a goal. Those are all considered negative decisive actions and will obviously have a negative impact on their player's overall score. So let's stick with our MLS example for this part because we've got a good mixture of different scores. So we'll take Miguel Almiron as our first example. He got a goal this weekend which instantly took his decisive score to 60 points. We then have his all-around score, which is broken down in terms of his general play, defending, possession, passing and attacking. There is a lot to cover, so I will break down those particular metrics in the next part of the video. So let's have a look at Luis Barraza's score now then. So he conceded a penalty this game, which instantly took his decisive score to 15 points. We then have his all-around score, which is minus 3.1, which gets us to his overall score of just 11 for that particular game. I will show you the Zach Steffen example as well because it's a different negative decisive action here. So his was an error leading to a goal. Again, that instantly took his decisive score to 15 points. He did get a better all-around score of 3.9 points, so that took his overall player score to 18 points. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at an example where we can explain the small actions that can add up to a really nice overall score. So this is Bartosz Sliz playing for Atlanta United. And as you can see, he doesn't actually score a goal, win a penalty, clear a shot off the line, or perform any other positive decisive action. However, he still scores an overall total of 81 points. So as you can see, we've got his decisive score of 35, and then we've got an all-around score of 46.8. So let's break down what that means. In the defending side of things, you can see he won 4 tackles, which equals 12 points. He got 4 outfield blocks, giving him 4 points. And then I have had a look at this, he gets a triple-triple, which I think means because he got 3+ tackles, that gave him a triple-triple. I will pop the graphic on the screen of the official Sorare description, but either way, he still scored great on the defending side of things. So we've then got his possession during this game, a total of 9.2. As you can see, possession lost 14 times, giving him -7. Possession won 8 times, giving him +4. He lost 1 duel, which gives him a -0.8. He won 5 duels, giving him a +4, and won 3 interceptions, giving him +9. On the passing, attempted assist 2, giving him 4. Accurate pass 67, giving him a 6.7. Successful final third pass, 16 of those, meaning +4.8. And then there was 8 missed passes, which is a -2.4. Attacking wise, there was just the 1 penalty area entry, giving him a +0.5. So he got an overall all-around score of 46.8 and a decisive score of 35 points, giving him an overall total of 81 points. And this is one of my favourite things that I absolutely love about Sorare. I love how precise it is around its scoring mechanics, and I love how it rewards players that are very, very good footballers but aren't the ones that score the goals and get the assists. So this is where finding players that consistently play well is really important, because as you can see here with this example, even without scoring, they can still rack up a really nice amount of points. So we're going to have a look at the bonuses that each card can potentially earn now then. So if you want to have a look at this, what you want to do is you want to click on your team first of all, and then at the top right hand corner you'll notice that you've got three options: leaderboard, schedule and bonuses. So we obviously want to go ahead and select bonuses. So it'll show us along the bottom our overall card bonuses, and below each card got the individual bonus for that particular card. So let's take a look at Miguel Almiron for this example then. So because he's our captain, we get a 50% bonus for that. We also get a 1.7 point bonus for the card level, which if you don't know about the card levels, as you can see, my reward for this particular game week was 500 XP, and I can use that to apply it to whichever cards I want and level them up. So over time, the higher the level, obviously the higher the bonus you will get. And then we've got a collection bonus. So you are rewarded for the amount of cards that you collect. So we can see here that I have got 3 Atlanta players, and that gives me a collection bonus boost. In this instance, it's a 1.1 boost for my Atlanta collection. And then finally, we've got the in-season bonus. So that means because I am using Miguel Almiron's card from the 25 MLS season, that gives me a 2.8 in-season bonus. As you can see on all of the cards here, they've got that little number 25 at the top right hand corner, and that's how you can differentiate what season the card is from. So there we have it then, guys. We've covered all of the key areas in the Sorare point scoring system: the 100-point scale, the decisive actions, the all-around score, and of course the bonuses. I do just want to say, if you are new to Sorare, do please sign up using my referral link that I will leave in the description box below. What you've got to do is, if you click on the link and sign up to Sorare, you then need to buy 5 cards on the primary market, so that's using the auctions or the instant buy. You will then need to make sure that you complete 2 game weeks on Pro. So let's say, for example, you buy 5 Premier League cards, you need to enter that lineup into 2 game weeks, and then after the 2 weeks will then both be rewarded with £50 worth of credits to spend. I do hope this video has been helpful. Thanks so much for watching it, and good luck with any Sorare lineups that you've got for the upcoming game weeks.